friends and family. Welcome to Wake Up Being a Family. Again, I thank you for subscribing, and I do invite you to subscribe again, those who haven't subscribed, and like the page and share it with friends and family so that we can keep on sharing how our life is going on in Canada. So far we've been good and we're doing great, and Canada is a great country. It has some differences with whether I came from Europe, but it's okay. I'm sure that if you are to move to Canada, you'll love the country. I've met a lot of people here, different cultures. It's a great country. However, that's not what I want to talk about today. Today I wanted to talk about a question that someone sent me, a question on an inbox asking me for an advice. Is it better to come on a visit visa and then change your visa to a study permit? So is it possible? That was the question. The question is, in theory, yes, it is possible. You can come on your visit visa, and then when you get here and change the visa to the study permit. However, I don't really encourage people to go through that. Let's look at it practically, because in theory it's possible. But if you are from a country, let's say you are from Congo, you're from Rwanda, you're from South Africa, which means the country that you are from needs a visa to come to Canada. So before that they can grant you a visit visa, there are certain requirements that you have to fulfill before that you can come. Part of those requirements are similar to the ones of the study permit. Probably the difference will be the kind of money that you're going to show, the show money. That is one thing. But if you qualify for the visit visa, I think it's a good thing in the way that, let's say you apply for the visit visa, for the tourist visa, and then they grant you a visa, and then you come to Canada, you get here, you go and find a school, and then you apply, they get you your LOA, the letter of acceptance, and then you apply. You can apply from inside Canada. There is no problem, there is no issue with that. The thing is, you don't know how long that the letter of acceptance is going to take. You won't get any discount because you are in Canada. That's not true. The third thing is you're still going to show the show money. So which means while you are here in Canada, you will still need to show the money that that is going to sustain you. The money that you showed for your tourist visa, you will need to add more money to that so that you can show that you will be able to sustain yourself as a student. So practically speaking, I think it's easy to come just as a student, because if you apply, let's say you apply a tourist visa and they deny you the visa, that means you will not be able to apply for your study permit, because that is what you want initially. So it's something that you really have to weigh and decide which one is better for you. But I would advise you to apply for the study permit, since that is the main thing that you want to come for. If you are going to qualify for the tourist visa, I think that you might qualify as well for the study permit. Again, I don't give the study permits, the immigration decides, but I think you shouldn't risk you not being accepted, because let's say you don't apply, let's say you apply and you are rejected, you cannot apply for the tourist visa. You have to see what is most important for you. Is it to come as a tourist or to come as a student? So if coming to study to Canada is the most important thing for you, I would gather all the requirements and just apply as a student to come and study. Canada is known for receiving millions and millions of students every year. So I think that if you have the show money, and if you can prove that after your studies you go back to your country, I believe there will be no reason for them to deny you the study permit. And it's much easier to come with the study permit, and then if you come with the study permit, you can still visit the whole of Canada as you wish. But if you come on on a tourist visa, you can still go and apply. But I think then again it's going to be a waste of time and a waste of resources, because if you're still going to pay for the study permit. So when you apply, you're still going to pay for the study permit. So you being inside Canada doesn't really change a thing. It doesn't add to your application. It's not because you're applying inside Canada that they'll say, okay, she or he is inside Canada, so let's just grant the study permit. It doesn't really add anything. That's a lot of people, that's what they think, that okay, since I'm inside Canada, this is going to be much easier. I don't think so. It won't add anything, but besides maybe that you already have a visa. But with the study permit, you still need to apply for a visa as well, because the tourist visa does not take as long as your study permit. But if you're coming, let's say you're coming this year and you just want to be a tourist and go back to your country and then apply for the study permit the year after, that would be a good idea. Because if you're already in the system and they have already issued you a tourist visa and you went back to your country, they might give you again the visa because you have proven that you can come and go back to your country. So probably that would play a role in your visa application. But again, I don't think you need to waste all that money coming and going back. If you can gather all the requirements that the immigration needs for your study permit and look for a nice university, a nice college, make sure that it's a recognized institution, there is no reason to why they should not grant you a study permit. I have seen a lot of Zimbabweans around here, a lot of Ghanaians. If you have something to show, like if you have a house in your country, you have a lot of Philippine students. If, for example, you have a house back in your country, if you have a spouse back in your country, if you have something that proves that you will go back to your country, they'll definitely, and you have the show money, you have a certain amount of money on your account, there is no reason to why they should not give you a study permit, because when you come to Canada, you're going to pay that money into Canada. So they need that money. It's and you pay taxes, you pay insurance, you pay health insurance. A student pays $75 for health insurance every single month. So there is no reason to why they should not, or they should not issue you a study permit, because actually you're bringing money in the country, and now you're allowed to work more than 20 hours a week. When you work, you're paying taxes. So there should be no reason to why they would not accept your study permit if you have all the requirements. So that's why I suggest, instead of you wasting money and applying for a tourist visa to be in Canada, to be able to apply for your study permit, you can just apply for the study permit and then come and visit Canada at once, and then you have all that you need. That would be my advice, and that the advice that I gave to the person. But I thought maybe since she has the question, somebody else might have the question. Now there are a lot of colleges, there are a lot of schools. Canada is known for international students. So honestly, if you have the requirements, they will not refuse. Just make sure that the college is as a recognized institution. So now I just want to say thank you and see you soon.